Hey everyone, it's PotatoPikachu, and this video is going to be a bit more different, and I think it's going to be pretty fun as I'm going to talk about some unpopular CSGO opinions. And this will be interesting because these opinions are, as they are said in the name, unpopular, and not many people even agree to these opinions, so it's interesting to see some viewpoints of different perspectives, right? I'm going to talk about them and maybe try to justify their reasoning behind it to see if you actually agree with these opinions as well. If you still don't agree with these unpopular opinions, then just leave it in the comments down below with what you think is like a more popular opinion as opposed to some of the ones I mentioned. So before we get into the video, if you do enjoy this, please like and subscribe. It's free and you can undo it anytime you want to. I also have a Twitter and a Discord, as links will be in the description down below for you guys to join. So let's get right into some unpopular opinions. The first one I'm going to talk about is one that relates to the coaching bug scandal that happened in CSGO and is still under investigation right now. And I'm going to talk about a player from Fnatic, JW, who tweeted about, I guess, something that would be deemed unpopular, and even he agrees that it's unpopular as well. And let's see what you guys think about it, right? So he thinks that Valve is doing a great job with CS now, and he wouldn't want CSGO, his game, to be fully controlled by just one company. And he compares it to Riot Games and their LEC, which Riot Games fully controls and they do all the tournaments and all that. And it's not always like a good thing. Like, there are up and downs for having one company control it, but he'd rather have it so that just there are multiple competitors within the scene who can do tournaments and all that. And Valve is generally more like, they don't really interact with the community. They usually stay hands off with it, and that can be a good and bad thing as well. And I would say that they're doing a decent job with CSGO. I wouldn't say a great job. I'm sure they could do much better things to improve the game overall, add more content, be a bit more proactive within the community, and just have a bit more direction towards the game as well, because we still don't really know what's going to happen for the future of CSGO, what other content lies ahead, and I think that can be improved on by Valve themselves. But I also like the fact that we have so many different tournament organizers within the space and not like just one company directly controlling it, like how Riot Games has all their tournaments run by themselves. I wouldn't want that to happen, so I can agree on his point on that part, where it's nice that we are open circuit and everything can be done by tournament organizers. It just adds more competition and it makes everything more interesting as well. So I would agree with this unpopular opinion. I think it's pretty valid, and maybe you guys think it too, or you have some other opinion that counteracts this, so leave it in the comments down below if you disagree or agree. Another unpopular opinion I would like to talk about is that scoped guns like the SG553 and the AUG should stay in the game. CSGO has been a game where scoped guns are rarely used. I'm not talking about the AWP or like the Scout or anything like that. I'm talking about like rifle scoped guns. These guns have rarely been used, and CSGO and CS in general have more been about pointing and shooting, whereas like aiming down on sights or anything like that, CSGO has never been about that. But the fact that they do have some variety like that, I think it makes it a bit more interesting, because now with all the balancing and stuff with the SG553 and the AUG, it has its ups and downs now, and there's no clear, like, it's not OP anymore, it's not ridiculously strong, and there are downsides to using it, but there are also upsides, right? When you use the scoped gun, it's better for long range duels because you'll have greater accuracy and you have a better chance of getting a one-shot headshot. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I have this like weird affinity to just constantly use the scope when I have the gun in my hands. Like, even close range, I still want to use the scope, so that is a downside, because using the scope close range is not a good idea because you have a limited vision, and I think your shooting will just be worse overall. Maybe this is an opinion that no one even cares about, right? Like, who cares about scope guns and all that? But if you have any sort of like different decision as opposed to this one, then also leave that in the comments, as I would like to hear your opinion on this matter as well. The next one I want to talk about is a bit more straightforward, and I think a lot of you guys can agree on this, and that this person is saying that rank should be removed from CSGO, like global elite and like silver and all that. Ranked competitive should be removed, and I agree that this should stay unpopular because there are so many other game modes out there in CSGO that allow you to play 5v5 without having the need to have a rank. And what ranks provide in CSGO is a sense of accomplishment that you actually are improving in the game and you are actually versing better people and people on your skill level, right? I don't want to verse silvers that I know I can beat. Like, I could probably 1v5 them, right? So it's like there's no point in having like a no rank system because I'd rather just play with people who are relatively on the same skill level as mine, and it's more enjoyable that way. Especially when you rank up, you have that sense of achievement that you're actually going somewhere in the game rather than just staying the same all the time. I'm gonna end it here because I don't know what other unpopular opinions to talk about. If you do have more of them, just leave it in the comments down below so I just talk about it in the next video. I'll probably make it longer or something like that if you want, but I think 3 unpopular opinions is fine for now and we can just move on from there. Hopefully you found this video interesting and it could open some of your viewpoints on CSGO, as staying with like a yes crowd or like yes people is never a fun thing to do because you never really form your own true opinions, and I think this is a way to just open your perspective and have some different viewpoints from the rest of the community. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as always, leave the comments down below on what you think on these opinions. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I'm PotatoPikachu signing out. Peace.